Very good morning to all. Welcome in my next video lecture, how to use linear layout in Android application. Let's open Android Studio, and here we have to use linear layout. First, what is linear layout? Linear layout is a view group where all child view arranged in linear manner. Means all control can be placed either horizontal or vertical. If we talk difference between the relative layout and linear layout, so now in case of relative layout, all controls are positioned relative to each other, but in case of linear layout, all controls are placed in linear order. So now let's change constant layout into the linear layout. So now you can see text view plays automatically top left. Now we don't need these constants, so we remove. And now here we create interface for email application. We change text property of text view email application. Okay, so we know we require two field, subject field, message field, send button. So we arrange all these control through linear layout. First, very important property of linear layout, orientation. So let's we use orientation. Now here we can use either horizontal or vertical. First we use vertical. So now we using only one control text view. Let's we use more control like edit text, and property to second control. So now you can see it plays in vertical order. So now if we add more control like subject, message. So in designing you can see these control are arranged in vertical order. Okay, one after another in vertical order. Now we understand the difference between the gravity and layout gravity. Like we want to place this control center, we use layout gravity center. So now it placed at the center on the screen. Suppose if we want to place this control at the right hand side, again we can use layout gravity and right. So this is the use of the layout gravity. Through you can place child view to its parents. But if we want to use gravity attributes, so for that purpose first we change with property match parents. So now it occupy whole width of the view group. And now we use gravity property. and we want to place email application text at the center. We write here center. So now if we write, you can see here. Now we use one more property, text size, like 25 sp, and then text appearance like bold, and also use color, text color. Okay, so I hope you understand the difference between gravity. Through you can change the text of that control, either left, center, and right. And the second one, layout gravity. So now control can be moved at the center, yeah, right, yeah, left. So let's we change all control with property match parent. Match parent. So now it basically use width of the linear layout. Okay. Now you can see interface here. We using very important property in the linear layout padding. So now we are using 40 dp. Now you see the change in the interface. It provides the gap between border and controls. See this border. Now let's we use 10 dp. I hope you understand. So through padding you can provide the space between the boundary and control. Now let's we use one very important property, weight, layout weight. Actually you can see in this layout or screen, these are the unused space and we want to use this space. So now if we assign layout weight to the text view control is 1, you can see unused space of the linear layout is used by the text view control. This is very important. Now again if we use this attribute with edit text to field, you can see the changes. So now it provides the weightage for that particular control. So it use unused space, and remaining last two control do not basically use those space because we are not assigning layout weight property. Even if you are change height like 0 dp, you can see it will not reflect because weight provide the priority. So now it provides the unused space for that control, even height 0 dp. So please you understand here what is the purpose of weight property. And now if we want to use weight property all the controls, so you can see the changes in the interface. So first three control, it basically equal size and use all the space of the linear layout. And last control, so if we want to provide equal space for all the controls, now we assign layout weight is 1 for all the controls, so it provides equal space. Now one more property used by the linear layout, and that is weight sum. Now suppose if we assign weight sum and we assign like 2, you can see the changes. Because weight sum. Now if you see, we are using 4 control, assign 1 for each control, so 1 2 3 4, 4 bit, but weight sum assign is 2, so it reflect only first 2 control. If we assign 3, so now first 3 control is affected. So now layout weight is also depend on the weight sum attributes of linear layout. I hope you understand. So I don't need this property for designing the interface, so we remove here, and also layout weight 1 for the 2 and subject, but we required for the, and even text view email applications we don't require, but we need all unused space for the message, because message can be a long, so that's why. And now message is basically so at the center, so we want to use again gravity property. Not in this message. So now here gravity and assign top. So message show at the top of the this control. So I hope you understand. Now here we are using nested layout. So now again we use linear layout, which is inside another linear layout, and here we use wrap content. And now we use button. Now you see here. So now linear layout, that inner linear layout which contain button, and here we want to provide whole width, means we use match parent. Okay, and why we are using, because here we are using the orientation property, and that assigned to horizontal, means all the control are placed horizontal row wise. So we place one button, and now here we use text property, send, and now if we add one more button, you can see here it plays horizontal. So now we change text property, close, and now this is the unused space. If we want to use this space again, what we need, layout weight property. So again we assign 5 and 5, both assign same value, so it basically use equal space of the linear layout. And suppose if you want to more weightage for the send button, now means you want to give 70% of this space, so now we use 7, and 30% of close button. So now you can see send button is more large than close button, because we provide more weight. I hope you understand. And now one more thing, because if we develop these applications, we also use very important property of the edit text input type. So now input type, into we use the email address of the recipient. Now subject, here we use simple text, short text we use, but for the message, now here we use input type multi-line text, text multi-line. because message can be large. So this is the interface we have developed through linear layout. Let's we see the execution. So now please everyone understand following attribute of linear layout. First, orientation, either horizontal or vertical. This is a very important property. Second, padding should provide the gap between the boundary and control. Third, gravity and layout gravity. So gravity we use with the content of that control. So we can use with the text property, but layout gravity we can use with the control. So through you can move the particular control, and then weight and weight sum, layout weight and weight sum. So layout weight is basically provide the more weightage. So you can see here, and weight sum is very important. So it also affect on the layout weight. So these all about the property we use with the linear layout. Let's see the output. In the Android emulator. Now this is the output. I hope you understand how we can design. So email application, this is the text view, this is the edit text, subject edit text, message edit text, and these two buttons. So now you can write any long message. We are using multi-line input type. So now you can use, you can see top text is basically scrolling by default. So this is the output of this application. I hope you understand. Thank you very much. Thank you.